So many upsets last week. Yeah, I bet on your bingo card you had BYU and Iowa State ranked in the top 10. Don't freaking lie to me. Anyhow, that's where we are in college football. Texas at Oklahoma. Is this an ambush waiting to happen? Now, the Sooners are not right now what they've been in recent years, in part because Dylan Gabriel, the quarterback, is gone. Texas has had injury problems at running back. Arch Manning has stepped in and done a great job as the quarterback in place of the injured Quinn Ewers. But the Longhorns are going to, they play with their hair on fire in Austin. But now they're going into Norman, Oklahoma. And they're going to play not only the Sooner Schooner, they're going to play as freaking 82,000 fans.
Wait, is that the game in Dallas at the Cotton Bowl?
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So this game is still going to be hard because half the tickets going to anybody wearing Oklahoma red. It's going to be a great game. Second game, Ohio State. The Buckeyes, who play really well at home, won't be at home. They're going to Autzen Stadium in Eugene. They think they're going to cram 66,000 into that football stadium to see the Ducks against the Buckeyes. I'm a little bit surprised. Oregon, with Dylan Gabriel, the transfer quarterback, has not put a ton of points up on the board. And I just don't know what it is, whether it's too confined a passing game that's not deep down the field with big plays, but it's more methodical, and have not scored the way I thought they would. And, of course, they've got a lot of new people with that new quarterback. Ohio State's got Will Howard, and that guy's a 50-year starter. He's a transfer from Kansas State. They move the football. They got a brilliant wide receiver in Smith. They're really deep at running back, and they play pretty physical football. And I'm just wondering if the Buckeyes are going to try to pound it and just keep Dylan Gabriel off the field. But this game has been circled on everybody's calendar since the schedule came out in the spring. Ohio State at Oregon. And then the third one is USC. USC is going to host Penn State at the LA Coliseum. Nittany Lions have got a young quarterback who's a second-year starter, Drew Allar. They run the football. He throws it occasionally, and they move the ball down the field, and they play good defense. And I will say this, Miller Moss plays with great guts, great courage. He's a firebrand competitor. They got Woody Marks at running back, who's gotten progressively better as the season's gone on. But do the Trojans have enough defense? Because Penn State, they will pound it and they will throw it some. That's going to be a good game. That might be a lower scoring game than anybody expects. I do like Miller Moss as a starting quarterback at USC, but he can't do this thing by himself because he doesn't play defense. So that's fascinating. So those are the big three games on the college football schedule this weekend.
So I was just reading that, what's his name? Quinn Ewers, the quarterback for Texas, is going to start in this game. I mean, what's your take on Ewers versus Arch Manning? I mean, what are the strengths and weaknesses of each of those two QBs?
Well, Ewers has got a year and a half experience. I mean, he did a really good job last season. But Arch Manning's pedigree is winner. And when he came in, he put together back-to-back really impressive performances. I think he had a 320-yard passing performance in, I think, his second start for those guys. So, I mean, Sarkisian's got a national power here, and he's just built this thing, and he's become, as a head coach and a recruiter, he's become a magnet to get throwers, runners, and speed wide receivers that want to go play in that system. So they've done a good job. I think Texas is going to take out Oklahoma because I don't think Oklahoma's got the explosiveness that we've known Oklahoma football for before.
Yeah, it's going to be great. I mean, you know, my son went to Oklahoma, and he's living in Dallas now. He just moved from Houston to Dallas, and all of his buddies are all converging there in Dallas for this game. I mean, it's going to be fantastic. In the other two games, though, I'm all in on the Pac-12 teams having success in the Big Ten. Oregon, in this case, USC. I'm hoping I'll be rooting for them to do well, but I don't know. That's a tough hurdle for both of those teams.
I think it's a real tough hurdle for Oregon. I just don't think we've seen Oregon under Dan Lanning this year be as dynamic as I thought they would. When they got Dylan Gabriel initially, I thought, holy cow. He's rung up phenomenal numbers at Oklahoma and prior to that at Central Florida. And I thought, oh, he's going to go up and down the field. But they're just not scoring a lot of touchdowns. Now, they've got a running back. His name is John Jacobs, who had a huge game last week for the Ducks. So that'll bear watching. But I do think the Buckeyes, who are so big and so physical, and Ohio State's got a really good defense, I think they're going to slow Oregon down. So you're into college football? Hey, that parking space got your name on it. Join us Fans Forum if you got a comment about college football. Last